I make magic.
Hey yo, Swift.
Yo, what's up, yo, it's your boy Swifty. Today I'm gonna be breaking down that loop that I made in this video. Alright, so first thing that I did was open up Omnisphere, and in there I just found this preset right there. Then I went into the piano roll, and I went up there to the little arrow, drop down menu, helpers, scale highlighting, like always, D sharp, and minor natural. Then I just built some like chords. So the first one is just like a triad with the D sharp, but instead of going up one note in the scale, I just went down. So starting on the D sharp, then I skip one note that's in the scale, next one, skip one note, next one, and I just put the D sharp one octave down. Then I copied the D sharp and I put it one octave up. Then I did that again, and I just took the D sharp and I put it 2 octaves up. And as you can see, for the next chord, I basically took the same notes, and this time I took off the B and I just put a D sharp down there. The next chord, I used the D sharp. Then instead of using the G sharp and a B, I just basically copied them, and inside the scale I just put them up one note inside the scale. So I took the G sharp, next note in scale is the A sharp, B, next note in scale is the C sharp, and that's the chord. And then I copied just the A sharp one octave up. Then I basically just like copied that over, and I deleted the second chord, just made the third one start where the second one was starting. So as you can see right there, I got the same first chord. I just put the C sharp that I had right there instead of the B, and for the notes up there, I just copied the G sharp and put it to F sharp. Then the D sharp is up there too, and the A sharp, it's because I was hearing in my head, as you can see, the top notes right there just goes from the D sharp to the A sharp and it goes back. Then I use some notes in between, as you can see, like passing notes, just to make a melody. Then I copied that like all the way over, and I basically just took the D sharp right there, that was the bass note, and I put it to A sharp and then to C sharp, and this is how it sounds like without effects. Alright, so then for the effects, I just used a plugin called Valhalla Plate, like a reverb kinda. Then I used RC20 custom preset, just wobble, distortion, and a little bit of magnetic. Then finally I put an EQ, cutting some highs, some lows, and some frequencies that were sounding a little too harsh. Now this is what it sounds like with the effects. Then I just opened up Omnisphere again, and I found this preset, and I basically just copied the whole pattern that I had on the first joint, and this is what it sounds like without effects. For the effects, I used the drip plugin, used this preset right there, just turn down the overall mix. Then I used the finisher micro, I used the preset called infinity, turn down the amount. Then I used the stereo control just to make the sound a little more central. And lastly, just an EQ, cutting a lot of highs and the lows. Now this is what it sounds like with the effects. Alright, so next I just used one shot. Can't really remember where it's from. I made the loop a long time ago, my bad. And then I just went into this section right there, and I made the envelope a square by turning everything down except the hole, and that way I can just stretch the notes for how long I want to play them. This is what it sounds like without the effects. As you can see, I just used the root note, the whole melody, the D sharp. Then for the effects, I just put some reverb, stereo control to make it wide, and then an EQ just to cut the lows. This is what it sounds like with the effects. For the next one shot that I used, I just made this little pattern. That's the chord that I used in the main like preset, and I just like strummed it. This is what it sounds like without the effects. For the effects, hella reverb, some delay, stereo control to make it wide, and finally an EQ just to cut the lows. That's what it sounds like with the effects. Alright, so next thing that I used was a bass, and there for the pattern I just used the root notes that I had for the chords, and this is what it sounds like without effects. The only thing that I do for the effects on the bass is I cut the mids and the highs, then I put a second EQ just to cut some of the very lows. That's what it sounds like. So next, to finish the loop, I just used a few perk like one shots. I just made this pattern. And then for the second sound, the pattern is just like the clap, and I just added this one note, and I messed around with the velocity a little bit. That's what it sounds like. Then I routed these two perks to the same mixer channel, and I put these effects, so an EQ just to cut the lows, the highs. Then I use this plugin to put some like distortion on it, but not too much.
Never too much.
Then I use the reverb, loud filter, and lastly a pancake too. Pans it to the left and the right. And then finally, as you can see, I just added a texture. This is also from like the one shot kit, and this is what the texture sounds like. As you can see, it's just like birds and stuff, and it goes well with like the ambient vibe that the whole loop has. So yeah, I'm gonna just let y'all listen to the whole loop. Alright man, so I hope y'all enjoyed the tutorial. I know some of y'all wanted me to break down this loop, so there y'all go. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, let me know what you want to see next, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.